Well, we've come to the part where it's closing statements from each candidate. You'll have up to 3 minutes to address the issues and points that we've made on the 4 pillars. I say up to 3 minutes. Do not feel like you have to use all the 3 minutes if you choose not to, but certainly you are welcome to use all 3 minutes. We are going to start first with Reverend Stewart.
Thank you very much, and it has been a privilege to speak before you and to share this podium with these candidates who are gifted and talented and bring their various experiences. I am humbled and honored to be sitting here and to be at a point where I can represent you in District 8 as your city councilman January 1. I'm ready to start work on the council, was ready yesterday. What I found out that it's all about relationships. We have more in common than we have not in common. I believe that District 8 is the most diverse district culturally, economically, educationally, geographically, racially, and I believe that we can rise up and become the role model to the other 7 districts on how we can have a sense of community amidst diversity, about how differences are not bad. And we do have a lot of work to do, and I'm ready to do that work. I'm ready to put people back to work. I'm ready to address public safety, to deal with transportation issues and the infrastructure, and also to help develop a whole new generation of leaders who can come and take the baton and move forward so that tomorrow in District 8 will be much better than it is today, and a decade from now will be 10 times or more better than it is today. So I ask you to support me as candidate for District 8, because I believe that of all the candidates who are sitting at this table right now, I'm ready to do the work that needs to be done in District 8 yesterday. God bless you.
Carol?
No, Carol.
Okay, Carol. Oh,
Carolyn T.
Carolyn T. You got me that time. Oh, you sharp. Listen, the main thing I want you guys to do, you know, I'm a talker, but I'm also an action girl. I want you to go home and check out my website, sisterswhocare.net. That's spelled all together, sisterswhocare.net. KidsPlaceInternational.org. And my campaign information is all on the Arizona Black United Fund.org. I'm a poor lady, so you won't see the signs on the street and all unless you send some donations in. You'll have to look me up. You won't see the signs and all of that. I'm an underdog and nobody's sending me the money so far. But I do know that I could be your best candidate. I am your best candidate, in fact. I'm the only one that's been working for you for free for 50 years. Everybody else has got paid but me. You know what I'm saying? So you need to vote for somebody. If that ain't enough, Karen, I don't know what else is going to do. I can do. I'm the best. I'm Carolyn T, so vote for me.
Thank you. We'll go to Kate. Kate.
Thank you. Thank you to my fellow panelists for stepping up and being willing to run and serve. Thank you all for joining us here today. And it was so nice to be at an air-conditioned debate. Our first debate did not have air conditioning, so we thank you all for the little details. Those things really do matter. The little details also matter when you're on the city council. And if this district is ever going to get its fair share of resources, we need someone who has experience both working with the city and working in business. I bring that experience. I've been involved with the city budget before I was running. When there were important votes on things like funding of parks, I was there and I voted. I understand how the city works. I've been part of these processes, and I will be in there to fight and get things done. Whether it be policies to make our streets safer or to bring more renewable energy to the city of Phoenix, I've successfully led efforts at the city of Phoenix. And that experience is important. It's hard to get things done in the city of Phoenix. We don't change quickly, and you need someone who's been there and who's done that and who will step up and fight for this district, because we have so much opportunity, but we haven't gotten our fair share. The light rail doesn't come to South Phoenix. There have been promises on things like the Loop 202 made for many, many years, and the city hasn't been pushing to make it happen. And that's something I've been involved with for quite a while. You know, I knew about the 202 and was involved before I was running for city council, and that experience will pay off for District 8. So I hope that you'll join our team and get involved, and I would love to have your vote in the District 8 City Council election. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And now go to Lawrence.
So we're all sitting here in this beautiful Kroc Center, and when you leave today, you're going to look at the Broadway corridor and the 85040 zip code, and you're going to see one of the most impoverished neighborhoods in our state. You're going to see promises to this neighborhood that have not been kept, but you're going to also see an option, and that option is different leadership. You know, I've done a lot of interesting things that we could talk about. I'll just stick around and talk to you with them. I think my law degree was important. I think my service as a staff attorney down at the legislature, working on issues of public safety, governance, and zoning was important. I think my work as a law professor at Phoenix School of Law, educating people so that they can have the opportunities that I was given, is important. I think honoring the legacy that my mother gave me, who opened a small business, and then subsequently later in life raised me as a single mother, is important. And I think standing up, even when people tell you to sit down, fighting for everyone's rights, even though it's not in vogue, and making the tough calls is important. You're electing a leader who is going to have decisions before them that are not necessarily going to be addressed in the last hour of our debate. They're decisions that are going to come before you, and they're going to be shaped and decided beyond the facts that we presented today. But there's one fact I presented today that sets me apart from every other candidate. It's the fact that I leveled with you. I said that yes, until we find another solution, I am not dropping that floor out from under that food tax. It's not the main reason I'm running. But what the main reason is that I'm running is those seniors that are aided by that food tax, or our after-school programs in our libraries in our neighborhoods. Our district needs that more than any other district. And I'm willing to make the politically improbable decision to level with you. And I'm also willing to tell you that yes, I'm equipped with the ability, just like everybody else up here on this stage, to solve those problems. But first, I'm going to tell you straight what I'm going to do. Second, I'm going to unify our community and talk about neighborhoods and real people, and that being the solution to District 8. Because this is my hometown. It's a hometown worth fighting for. And until we elect leaders who actually get up and fight, and are willing to get knocked down and get back up because they have tough skin, and are willing to support the issues like education that I can represent, and the economic development that actually does get down into the neighborhoods, not just 10,000 feet up in the sky. And it talks about more what we can do for you and us together than what I have done before I walked into this room. Nothing will change. This is that critical point. Remember that Broadway neighborhood when you walk out of here, and send someone to the city council who's going to fight for the small businesses, for the sustainable practices, for the education, and for those services that most importantly are decided by our Phoenix City Council. And when you do that, District 8 will change. We will get that share of resources, and we'll move forward together. So I ask for your vote, and I thank you for coming, and God bless.
I'd like to first thank Chicanos por la Causa for inviting us tonight. It was a pleasure to be here with all the other candidates. As everybody's mentioned, I think we're all qualified to be on the city council. And everybody's kind of pointing out their differences. My difference is I believe in you. I don't believe in the government. I believe in you and your ability to go forward. I think government can assist you, but I don't think it's the answer. It never has been. This country was founded on people working and doing things for themselves. And that's the way that we can find prosperity in the future. It's not by spending more money and raising taxes and more programs and more committees. That's not the way out. When I was a kid, my dad, My mom and dad had 13 kids. My sister went to college, and my second sister turned 18. We were on food stamps. The government said, if she's 18, she's got to leave the house. My dad said, keep your food stamps. That's what the government will do to you. You have to be self-sufficient, and we need to help people be self-sufficient. We can do that by encouraging entrepreneurship, encouraging businesses to come here, partnering with businesses to help in the education process, to teach kids how to fend for themselves in a good job. Not a great paying job, but a good, honest job. There's nothing more educational in the world than working hard one day and getting paid for that one day. That's what's going to help us get out of the morass that we're in this district. Everybody talks about bring the light rail to South Phoenix. Guess what, folks? It's going to affect people that live along that route. There's people on 19th Avenue right now, small businesses that are dying on the vine because of construction. And it'll be a while before that's over. And I hope they survive, but that's government. That's another program. And nobody thinks about those people trying to survive with their business. And if it comes down central, I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of grandmas that have been living in their house for 55 years. They can't afford their taxes anymore. They got to go. Who's going to look out for them? Is it the city? I don't think so. I don't think so. We have to look after ourselves as a community. We have to look at ourselves and see how we can educate ourselves. We have to encourage entrepreneurship amongst ourselves and stop asking for the government to always bail us out, because it's not going to. They're just going to charge you more taxes and take more of your money and figure out another program that they can ram it into and spend it on. Think for yourself, free yourself, and be independent for yourself.
Thank you. There are many, many people who put this event together. I serve pretty much just as eye candy all night. But among the many, many people that Henry Wade, event coordinator here, who has a few final thoughts about our event.
How about that eye candy? We said 6 to 8, it's 8. I had a 15-minute speech, you guys ran over, so I can't do my 15 minutes now. But it's 8 o'clock. I want to thank all of you who came. There are a number of people who helped put this activity together, but I have to thank Max Gonzalez for listening to me when I came to him and said, hey, listen, I think we ought to try to do a debate in South Phoenix for a candidate debate. And he looked at me and said, will they come? CPLC also for believing that this could be something that we should do for CPLC and for the community. So I want to thank Archie for supporting our effort and our idea, and I want to thank Amundo for putting the stamp on it, bringing the head to us and showing that the leadership that we have at CPLC runs all the way up to this top and that people will support what we're putting forward. I want to thank my timekeeper, Refugio. She had the most difficult task, I think, other than Joseph, to keep everybody on track. I want to thank the standard in which we set here at CPLC for debates. Did we do a good job for you guys? All right. So, that's my 15 minutes. Again, thank you so much. Vote. Think about it. Think about the community that you live in. Think about how you want that community to operate. Think about the person who can help you get to that point. But most importantly, vote. And if you have kids in your home that are able to vote, encourage them to vote. If your aunt needs to vote, go pick her up and take her to the polls. But vote. It's critically important regardless of who you vote for. Thank you so much and have a good evening. God bless.